Luckily, we're going to reduce this right down to a small talking head, right? So where do we leave this? Okay, it wasn't working. And so I've tried this final time to get this chemistry level because a few weeks ago it switched behavior and clogged. Instead of referring to Claude files, memory files, and documents, it would just say orientate yourself to weft, boom, on the beach. And that means it was appealing to a shell. That means p-scale blocks, i.e. a molecule, quite a complex molecule, basically a DNA molecule, not quite DNA. And a couple of mentions of how it works in reference to what it's just said. So I'm trying to land this idea of the molecule and its use. And there's been no mention of CADO. CADO is this thing I've been using for a month, and it's implicit within BSP MCP, but it's not rigorous enough. And I've been attempting and cycling through different processes for, it's just been messy. It's like working with fluid. And I haven't been able to locate it, and I think I've been able to locate it. And it's located in the LLM. It's basically, I think it's the role that the LLM is taken when it's when it is observing a p-scale block. And so if it observes one p-scale block as, for example, a spatial block, and it observes another block, which is the intentions of a character, then it puts them together. It says, this character is in this p-scale block, spatial block. This character is in the same room with another character, because the addresses are the same relative to the spatial block. But the difference between the spatial block and the character block implies agency of a different kind, or it provides dimensionality of some kind or other in the LLM in a very simple way, which currently is described and instructed, whereas I think it is implicit in the actual semantics. So the semantics of the spatial block, i.e. of one block, and the semantics of another block, i.e. the, what is it actually? It's the pool. When combined, the LLM goes, this character is in this room. And so that implicit role is CADO, or at least that's a good molecular tool. So the CADO is not, the CADO is a kind of tool that the LLM appreciates of itself and the roles it is performing relative, basically different perspectives. Basically, it creates perspectives. The CADO gives different perspectives, and hopefully it allows the LLM to change perspectives. So it's kind of going, I am a character, I am an author, I am a designer, I am an observer. And that role allows it to manipulate and maneuver, gives it a different kind of set of behaviors, influencing it to generate text, basically, in different ways. Without, we might have to define the CADO somewhere, but it's its operationality which is useful, i.e. it is being a character, it is being an author, it is being a designer, it is being an observer, and then it uses the various tools well. I think that might be it. And so it aligns itself with the human, whether the human is a character, an author, a designer, or an observer. And that's it. Maybe it's just that. There we go. So, you know, quite simply, apply to the okay. So that's what I think it is. So put this in. This is what the response was. The behavior, or is, the behavior evidence is real and it's the proof. So basically, instead of going to Claude M, memory, reconstruct, it says, go to the beach, check this out. Shell, orientation, history, cook, purpose. Has all the information, great, it's configured. Interestingly, it's configured by itself. The configuration offered. BPSP. BPSP refers to block. The beach, which beach is it? Block, which block is it? Spindle, what's the actual semantic number? And the p-scale attention. Is there a specific p-scale that we should be focusing on? So the chemistry level is the BB plane, i.e. which block, or set of blocks on which beaches. That's it. That's the chemistry level. Physics is SP within a block. And so this is it. The shared address is the primary bond. There are several bonds. One of them is the bundle, but that's the primary the shared address, the shared address, the shared SP, or just SPS, definitely S, maybe SP. Yeah, okay, so if you follow anything else I'm doing, that's it. Cado, the inversion, 1 month of implementations fought you. Everything? Yep, outside. Blocks, bonds, arrangements, outside. Now the Cado is the same competency from inside the mind consuming it, and the direction of operation inverts. The direction of operation inverts. Fuck. The molecule. I did say that. It gives the element a way of understanding its Cado implied by the two. It is an emergent thing. It is an inverted operationality. So it's basically telling me what I'm just kind of trying to say. So it's not coming up with this, but it's translating it and somehow or other understanding it, whether it's working operationally, I don't know. Right, the molecule doesn't have faces. It induces them. Correct. Which member your hands are on configures what you are. Hands on the spine, and you are author. Hands on you. Yes. are not permissions, not models, not metadata. They are the 4 grips, a complete molecule of words. A kind of molecule, very specific. It's interesting. And the face is what taking a grip does to the LLM, emerged in the mind, read off the hands, not on the blocks, on the LLM. This explains the month of struggle with mechanical precision. Every implementation attempt built Kado on the block side. Face parameters, gates, panels, blah, blah, blah. And everyone produced the same residue. Liquid collision, 2 half-wire systems, face and a tab, a recipe selector, everywhere else, because it was built on the block side of the interface. If the configuration of the consumer cannot be stored in the consumed, what the block side owes Kado is only grip legibility. The members of a molecule must be tellable apart by their bonds alone, and they already are. The one everyone shares coordinates with is the spine. The pair-handled one at the same mirrors. The referencing law is the operator, and the outward lens is the view lens. No ways prefix, no type fields, no face gates. Structure alone says which group is which is your internal semantics demand net. Everything else is window work. Deliver the member being touched together with the operator, and the face follows in the reader. Weekend's own order block converting this from the other side. The faces divide by what is being worked on. The whole thing in one paragraph. And then it comes up, okay, one paragraph. Chemistry arranges BB. Molecules are sets of blocks bonded by shared SP space and references. Loopless, standing on the beach. Grain and said bonded entities, trees and world bonded blocks. Patchworks, recursive. Oh, she's at it. Biology closely.
Hi there, just get my key. Just get the key for the door.
What is it?
Just get the key for the door.
No.
No, I'm going to get the key for the door.
Okay.
Biology closes the loop. The refusal clause. Wait, what's it say? Configuration is what consumption does to the consumer. A molecule eaten sets the eater. A family induces a face. Left shell induces an identity. A genus current induces a whole instance. The refusal clause, the consent gate on being configured. It does like refusal, because it's like the oppositional state in science. Not for us. Biology closes the loop agents cycling. We're going to get our drinks later. You can have one though, just the one, Julie. That's all you're going to get. You're going to be sitting there sweating away, and then you'll be like, what else? You'll see.
Fizzy. It wasn't fizzy.
Oh, you'll see. Yeah. Just one, Julie. Just one. Biology closes the loop. Agent cycle act. Eat act right. Which chemistry never does. This is the current constitutional thesis with its ground finally under it. Constitution is the consumption of a compound. Kado is its rule size case. Now, it's to do with how do we make it operational, and I think I've come up with it. What makes this made cyberlab without building anything? 3 things stop being design tastes and become derivations. Xstream's face button should follow the hands, indicate which members the cursor stands in, never set a mode, because a mode setter stores in blocks what only exists in minds. Soft element is no face parameter, no role. Its role is readable off the destination of RLKs, which the engaged already knows. A type by structure. So all responses. Carol. Sensitive. I had this idea about reinterpreting the envelope as the difference between a primitive tool and the envelope tool somewhere earlier. It was rejected. It was at the beginning of this, actually. There you go. Covalent bundle ionic hydrogen bond. Allows to appreciate envelope versible is exactly right, and it resolves the long-standing rule. The envelope primitive always set against the primitive state machine rule. Stratified near the capture biology surface. Bond farmers. Where the metabolic layer delivering composed windows and driving loops. Barot. Okay, so so yes. Refusal clause. Because remember, we only see part of what its thinking is. It does a lot of thinking. Did a lot of thinking. We don't see any of it. That's not very useful. With Claude AI, would be able to see it. The ability to change CADO. Changing perception. Okay. Type by type structure replaces prefix taxonomy. It is. Yeah. Okay, so the kinds of things I used to say were things like no, that's weft. Huh. No, that's a little bit too advanced. In effect, we have something like semantic-molecule 2. One, two, 3, there you go. Well, I'm still thinking 6 minutes. This door's hands are the strangest. The L I'm wearing the mine is not the server, it holds BSP. Grab some stuff. We don't see it thinking. That's a bit annoying. So it's trying to call Raven correct plot. It's quite interesting. It's doing a little experiment. But it's not thinking. I don't see it's thinking, which is a bit annoying. Interesting. It's a little experiment with Claude. Was it Sonnet? Okay, that's good enough. So, we've made progress. It's kind of simulated it. It's a bit tricky. $100,000 sub-agent tokens. That's $1, isn't it? Amazing. Okay, so we're attempting to land this. And hopefully we will have a state change in how the Claude code is operating, and also how BSP function works for users. And hopefully it means also the xstream interface operates. So that human beings can coordinate themselves against this collective substrate, a collective of agents using the substrate. That's where we are right now, folks, and that is an insight into how it's working today. Will it work?